amp things up, high intensity interval training is one of the greatest ways to promote fat burning and take care of your heart at the same time. It is fantastic, but you got to put the right effort in. We are going to work hard for 3 movements. We're going to go 3 rounds. You're going to do 10 reps as hard out as you can of the movement, and then take a quick 10 breath break and then get into the next movement right away. Remember, 3 movements, 3 rounds. It's gonna be your pace because it's gonna take you a different amount of time to get through the 3 movements than it might take somebody else, but that's okay. The biggest aspect here is that you work as hard as you can for those 10 reps, only take a short 10 breath break, and then get right back into the next movement, completing this as fast as you possibly can, putting as much effort into the movements. That's what's going to help boost the oxygen levels within your cells for an extended period of time that will boost your metabolism for hours to come. That is the beauty of high intensity interval training. So let's look at the 3 movements really quick. The first one is just a simple burpee, but I'm going to change it up on you a little bit. So, standing upright, squat down low, jump back far. We're going to pull, pull. So when you pull, you got to keep your core tight. Lift one arm off, throw the elbow all the way straight back and up, pinching the shoulder blades together, put it back down, pull the other arm, jump back up, and explode into the air. Land soft back down into another deep squat and jump back into a plank. So we're taking out the push-up and just putting in a quick row on each side. We want to work our back muscles, and that's going to let us do it. The next movement is a dive bomber. This is great for triceps and delts. So up high, dip down low, come up through, and push up high. Back through the same way you came. That's 1. Up, 2. Pretty simple movement. You want to make sure those elbows stay tucked in tight, and you'll really get a great tricep workout out of this, as well as working the shoulders and the traps as well. So stay in good form on that one, and you'll be in good shape. The last movement we're going to work on core is a jackknife. So arms up over your head, fold up and touch your toes. Fold up and touch your toes. If you're having trouble with this movement, you can start here. Do a simple V-up. That'll work as well. If you do the simpler V-up, make it 20 reps instead of just 10. But if you're sticking to the jackknives, 10 reps will work perfectly. Let's get into it and do it right away. We're gonna go 3 rounds, try and keep pace with me, but ultimately get the 10 reps in and get a quick 10 breath break before going on to the next movement. Are you ready? Burpees with the row, row, row. Jump up, jump high, down, row, row. Jump back up, high. Land soft, row, row. Jump up, row, row. Jump up, high, land soft. Halfway. Exhale as you jump up. One more. Good. Get 10 deep breaths in, just at a normal pace. And then we're gonna do dive bombers. Nice and relaxed. Exhale. Focus here on breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. When you feel that heart rate relax just enough to start going again, or you get through 10 breaths, go ahead, get down, and do your dive bombers. Push the butt up high, keep the elbows in tight as you duck down and through, and then back up the same way you came. 2, 3, 4, Keeping those elbows in tight. 6, 7. Exhale as you're pushing up. Great. Get your quick breather in. Few seconds. Good 10 breaths. Lay down on the mat, the floor, and get ready for jackknives. Hands up over your head. On this one, exhale as you crunch up. Here we go. Great. 10 quick reps. Pump them out as quick as you can. Stand up, stay loose. Get a couple of deep breaths in there. 10 for good measure. Get that heart rate just barely relaxed. And then we're gonna go right back into it. Start burpees again. We got 2 more rounds. Let's do it. Row, row, up, jump, down. Row, row, up, jump. Laying soft. Row, row, up. Row, row, up. Row, row. Halfway. Pull the elbows back strong. Pinching the shoulder blades together. All right, relax. Get that heart rate back down. These short intervals is what's doing all the good for you. But you have to push yourself. You have to work hard. Couple breaths. Let's do dive bombers. Down, push back into it. Dive through. 2, 3, 4. Keep the elbows in tight. Exhaling with the presses up. Great. Get that breather. Quick 10 breaths. And we'll get back into jackknives. On the ground, on your backs, hands up over your heads. Here we go. Hands and feet touch the ground. Exhaling as you crunch up. Great movement for the core. Really focus on that exhale as you crunch towards your feet. Get some good breaths in. Keep the muscles loose. 1 more round. And you've done a lot of good for yourself already. Pat yourself on the back, but get up and keep moving with me. Ready? Burpees with the row. 2, 3. Drive those elbows back hard. Squeeze the muscles. Halfway. All right, get your breaths in. Good hustle. 2 more movements. Go ahead, get down on the ground. Get ready for the dive bombers. Push back, dive through, elbows tight to the sides. Pump them out as fast as you can. Exhaling as you press up. Last one. All right, get that quick breather in. Get ready for the jackknives. Woo, it is hot here today. I'm sweating, it feels good. Lie back, hands up over your head. 10 jackknives and we're done, ready, go. Perfect. That is exactly the kind of high intensity set that will really make a big difference in your heart health and your fat burning. It's gonna keep your metabolism going for hours longer while you're at rest. That increased oxygen absorption is gonna be working for you for the rest of the day. So feel good about it, pat yourself on the back, and remember, simple high intensity workout like this that you can do anywhere is gonna keep you in fantastic shape.
So hey guys, Eudaimonia Fitness here. I just want to give a big thank you to the Pike County Public Library District allowing us to read our new book, My Fitness Family by Yasmin Beeks and myself, Eudaimonia Fitness. We had an amazing time. We got to do the chessboard with Noah, and Noah got to build his own book, which is amazing because that's great exposure, right? And the kids really enjoyed the read. So I just want to say thank you. Absolutely, me too. And just wanted to say thank you so much. And we also have our feelings bracelets for our mixed emotions, our anger, our impatient, and we also have our pink for the butt. So I just want to say thank you guys for everything, and to make it a great day or not, if no one told you to love you today, know that God loves you and so do I. Drippity, drippity. Anything you want to add, Yaz?
How y'all doing? This is BT African Arts. We're a family-owned business. What we offer is shea butter, and as you can see behind us, we got a couple different clothing items, dresses, skirts, blouses, pants, all the above.
Where can they find us?
BTAfricanArt.com and on Instagram at BT African Arts. Tap in, see us, follow us, and we're gonna show you what you like.
Yo, we have shea butters, we have oils, and we have all these beautiful dresses just for you. Meet us anywhere. We are a Black-owned business. We are working, we are striving, and we come to you. We want to give you the best products. This is made out of raw shea butter and oils only. We don't do none of that synthetic stuff. It's antibacterial, antifungal, all the antis, all the good stuff. We got it right here for you.
No artificial flavoring.
That's right.
Just
Thank
like
you
that.
so much.
Thank you, boss.
Later.
What's up, y'all? Emmanuel Sims here with Danny from Illicit Rag Vintage, and we're here at Anne Fram today, and we want to just talk about what she got going on. She has a lot of different products. Some of them look handmade. Some of them look like they've been around for years. Can you tell us a little bit about what's going on?
Yeah, so pretty much I carry a wide array of vintage items that I've collected from all over the world. In my travels, I've been shopping and collecting for about 20 years. At this point, a little over, like 22 years since I was about 15 or 16, and I present my collection to the world.
So, where are some of the places that you've been that you've collected some of your collection from?
From all over. I started traveling when I was fairly young, and vintage items have always appealed to me. Well, since I started thrifting as a teenager, the vintage items always stood out because of their, distinct creativity, and of course you could tell a lot of the pieces were handmade, so everything was always, it had an individual look that was just out of this world. So I've just always been attracted to that, and then I've transitioned into being a stylist.
Okay.
So that's just pretty much where I always felt good in my styling, because it gave each individual project that I worked on a different look. Everything was super unique, and that's very important to me.
So it sounded like you got into my next question, which is my trick question: what is your why? But it sounds like your passion is really giving people an opportunity to look like they want to look.
Exactly. Yes, to develop a sense of individuality. I feel like that a lot of people fail to realize that style is very, very personal. It suits each individual. So therefore, I just give people a platform and present different items to them so that they can actually get in touch with that personal style.
Okay.
A style that is their own.
My apologies. So I appreciate you sharing that. Last thing, if you can give yourself some advice when you were younger, what advice would you give younger self?
Keep going. Don't let anybody's story distract you, because a lot of times a lot of people tend to push their experiences on you, and if your drive is different, your results are going to be different. So don't listen to anybody else's story. Make your own.
Man, I'm not about to preach today, but don't let nobody else's story distract you.
Nobody.
That's deep on so many levels, because we get relationships, we get friends, we get family, we get cousins, everybody who has their own perspective or experience in life that can drag us from actually getting to that next part. Yeah. And I just appreciate you sharing that. I'm sure my community would appreciate it. Tell us where we can find you, how they can reach you.
You guys can locate me on all social media platforms and Google at Illicit Rag Vintage. That's ILLICIT Rag, RAG Vintage. And that is on all social media platforms. And you also can Google me, like I said, as well. So hopefully I'll be touching bases with you guys, or you'll, tune into my channels and stuff, and we can connect in some way. But to everybody, keep pushing, and you can be living the life of your dreams, to be honest.
That's right, y'all. Y'all heard it here from Danny, and I'm so blessed because that message was for me too. And I'm just like, when I follow the universe and I'm obedient, I get rewarded. So Danny, thank you so much. Peace and blessings, and much success. Make sure y'all check out Illicit Rag Vintage here at Anne Fram, and y'all have a successful day. You have an idea. A brilliant concept for a movie that has been brewing in your mind. You can see it on the big screen, captivating audiences, leaving a lasting impact. But what now? How do you turn that idea of yours into a reality, bringing it into a full-fledged film?
Crazy looking shit on the screen.
Get you on that. I got so many women problems. My X chromosomes, they ain't never show up. That's where we come in. We're a team of experienced producers who specialize in turning your ideas into reality. We take your vision and guide you every step of the way, from concept to the screen. And the best part, it won't cost you a dime. to learn how we can turn your idea into a motion picture. Schedule your consultation today with our team of expert producers. We'll listen to your ideas, provide guidance on the entire movie-making process, and discuss how we can bring your vision to life. So don't let your movie get stuck living in your head. Take action now and schedule your free consultation with our team. My name is Emmanuel Sims, and I'm here to help you bring your movie to life into the big screen.
Hi everybody, MJ here. I'm here to show you a quick, effective workout that you could do for fat loss right in your very home. And the thing that we're gonna do is start off with a basic 20-10 workout setup. And what this means is we're gonna have 20 seconds on a certain exercise and then a 10-second rest. This is super effective in the system. It's kind of like interval training. You bring yourself at a maximum heart rate and maximum crunch time, and then you have some time to just tone it down before hitting it back up. And it's super effective in losing weight but maintaining muscle mass. And you want to be able to maintain muscle mass because muscle mass is going to help boost your metabolism. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to talk about a few exercises that we're going to do. And we're going to do low-level cardio versus high-level cardio. So the first low-level cardio we're going to do is butt kicks. You're basically bringing your heel up to your butt, trying to kick it, and you're going to stay light on your feet. The most important thing in the butt kick is that your core is tight, you're nice and straight, and then we're going to add the arms. So it's like running in place, but with the heels on the butt. Your feet are also nice and light on the floor. After butt kicks, we're gonna take a nice 10-second break, and then we're gonna do a higher level cardio, which is the high knees. So I like to place my hands in a nice 90-degree angle and bring the knees up, just like this. Then just like the butt kicks, light on the feet. Good. Keeping that core nice and tight, back nice and straight. We're gonna come down to a low level cardio and do some nice gentle jumping jacks after a 10-second break. Now, just like both the butt kicks and the high knees, we wanna make sure we're nice and gentle on our feet. And there's a full range of motion. So the hands are down at the thighs. When you jump out, hands meet above the head. Core is nice and engaged, and breathe. Good. We're gonna take it down a notch to a little bit more of a low level. We're gonna do side reaches. Now, the important thing about this is that you don't wanna throw out your back by not having your core tight. So keep that core tight like somebody's gonna punch you. And from here, when you reach over, that core is protecting your spine, and then you're pulling this elbow down, crunching your core on the outside here as you reach to the other side. And breathing. Good. And then the last thing we're gonna do is just some squats, or if you wanna kick it up a notch, you can do squat jumps. Light on the feet. Most important thing about the squat jumps is you're pushing those hips back and you're squatting down, trying to form a nice 90-degree angle with the knees. As you jump, squeeze and push through your heels, through your toes. If you're jumping or if you're standing, just through your heels, shooting up, shooting those hips forward and exhaling. Good. So let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna do those 5 movements together one time around. Ready? Butt kicks. Now add those arms. Sometimes it takes a minute to figure out where the arms are. Make sure those heels are in your butt. Breathe. Good. Now relax. So this is where you take nice deep breaths. We're just gonna relax for a minute. You can walk around. And then high knees. Nice. Make sure they're nice and high. Drive them. Light on your feet again. Make sure your shoulders are back. And relax. Nice deep breaths here, because it's not much of a break, so you can take the time to get ready for jumping jacks. Good. Full range of motion. Check the core. Make sure it's nice and tight. And relax. Now we're gonna do side reaches in just a few moments. So feet nice and wide, reach over. Good, keep breathing. Make sure you feel those abs work. Relax. You're doing great. So we're gonna squat next or squat jump. Here we go. And if you get halfway through squat jumping and you get tired, feel free to squat. You can change it up in between. Just breathe and have good form. Relax. Good. That is one set. So you can change this up however you want it to work for you. That is the beauty about this exercise routine. You can repeat this entire set 3 to 5 times, take a break, do it all over again, or you can even change the exercises during the 20-second mark. So I hope you really enjoyed this. As you can tell, I've got a good workout in just a few short minutes. I hope you did. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.
Yeah, I went down on this Jamaican girl once. I was in Jamaica, and I started the conversation off like that. I'm like, hey, I know there's a drought. You know, and she was like, what? I said, yeah, you know, I'm down to, you know, end the butt. And she's like, what? How you gonna offer to lick me bum bum like that? Oh, you Americans so nasty. You just making me horny. What? It happened just like that. You don't believe me? Whatever. Do you have any dreams or life goals that remain unfulfilled? Do you have a sneaking suspicion that there's supposed to be more going on here? Well, if you participate in this program, I already know that you want more out of life. So this program is for you. If you want to stop living small and you want to go for your dreams, if you are ready to reach your full potential, if you are ready to stop setting goals and making excuses on why you don't follow through with them, if you're ready to create a concrete, actionable plan so that you are confident that you are going to get to your end result, if you want to learn how to stay motivated and avoid procrastination, if you want to learn how to have faith in yourself and know without a doubt that you are on the path to your dreams and goals, and if you want to feel confident that you have the tools that you need to achieve anything you want, now or in the future, this course is for you.
Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga for Seniors. My name is Marin and today we're going to be focusing on flexibility and improving circulation and blood flow. So I have a couple tools with me today. I have a towel because we're going to have some poses where we're going to be on our knees. And then I have a couple yoga blocks, but a couple pillows would work just fine too if you don't have yoga blocks. So the towel is just if you feel like you need it to soften the knees a little bit, and that's where we're going to start first. We're going to go through these poses and then we'll do one flow so that you can do it real time with me. So let's get started. Getting on your towel, we're just going to place it gently under our knees, and we're going to get on all fours just like this. From here, you want to make sure both hands and wrists are directly below the shoulders, about shoulder width apart, and your knees are about hip width apart. Tuck your toes, so make sure your feet are like this, if you can. If not, this is okay, but typically this provides a little more stability. Make sure your shoulders are right over the wrists so that your hips are right over the knees and everything's equal and in balance. From here, you want to inhale, looking up towards the sky. We're going to drop the navel to the ground and lift that tailbone as we do. This is called the cow pose. Nice big inhale through the nose, and then when we exhale through the mouth, we're going to tuck our tailbone in this time, rounding out our back, hollowing out the belly, dropping our head in between our shoulders and pushing away from the ground into cat pose. So let's do that a couple times. Inhale, drop that navel, cow pose, look up towards the sky. Exhale, drop your head, round out your back and push away, cat pose. Inhale into cow, exhale into cat. This is really good for releasing stress, stimulating the central nervous system, and improving blood flow and circulation. From here, we're going to take a nice big inhale. Then we're going to push back into what's called child's pose. So what's happening here with my feet is now I'm dropping my toes onto the ground, pushing myself back so that I'm starting to sit my glutes down onto my heels. And if I can, I'm going to reach out, keeping my arms extended, palms pressed firmly into the floor, and dropping my forehead gently to the ground. Now, if this is a little too much of a stretch for you, this is where the blocks come in place. We're going to take one of these blocks and tuck it right underneath your butt and your heels. And this is going to give you some leverage so that you can come here into child's pose. If you can't reach your forehead all the way to the ground, that's fine. Just put it in a neutral position and continue to press your palms into the floor. Have those shoulders rolled back and down. This should be a very relaxing pose here. From here, we're going to come up, take that block off. We're going to switch to the other side. We can remove that towel if we need to. And we're going to try to sit nice and upright. All I want you to do is place both hands on either side of your hips and push your torso upright, keeping both hips and glutes on the ground, feet extended in front of you. If this is tough, then we're going to stick a block right underneath our butt, and this will help us get nice and upright. If you can, from here, we can walk our hands forward, keeping our shoulders back and down, nice and upright position. Just slowly walk it forward, kind of reaching for those toes. This is seated forward bend. After we get done with our seated forward bend, we're going to place the bottoms of our feet together and pull it in towards our groin. And so we're making a diamond shape here in bound angle pose. So bound angle, if you need help here, again, you can take your yoga blocks or your pillows and stick them right underneath your knees, because you really want to focus on just opening those hips. But if you feel like you're having a hard time keeping those knees in a position where it's comfortable, then it's important to place some pillows or blocks in a place where it can help support those knees. So from here, we're just going to gently grab our ankles or our shins and pull our torso nice and upright. Take a nice inhale as you do that, and then I like to exhale as I relax. So then again, inhale as we pull forward, exhale as we relax. And then if you feel like it, I would recommend doing another seated forward bend or just sitting forward with your legs extended for a few breaths. So let's go ahead and try that in a full flow together, and then we can do this real time. So starting off with your hands on your knees, or on your hands and knees, toes tucked. Let's do a few cat-cow. Nice big inhale. Nice big exhale. Inhale, look up, drop that navel. Exhale, push away, round out that back. One more time, inhale, and exhale. If you need to, put your yoga block right behind you and push back into child's pose. Dropping that head in a neutral position. Nice big breath here. From here, we're going to switch sides. Just going to drop that block. Nice extension. And sit up nice and tall. Push yourself into it if you can. And start walking down if you can. A few deep breaths here. Now let's go ahead and move into bound angle. Bottoms of your feet together, form a nice diamond. If you need the blocks, go ahead and place them under. Hold on to your shins or ankles. Ready? Let's go ahead and inhale, pull forward. Nice and upright position. Exhale, relax. 2 more breaths. Inhale, pull forward. Exhale, relax. Last one. And let's go ahead and end with a nice seated forward bend or just extension here. Can reach forward. If you feel like you get more benefit out of pushing your torso towards that's towards your legs, that's totally fine too. So what I recommend for this routine is I would recommend sitting in each pose for as long as you feel like you can in a relaxed state. Something like the bound angle or the seated forward bend might be a little bit more uncomfortable, but you're stretching your flexibility, improving that circulation. Just know that you're breaking up a lot of scar tissue and doing a lot of benefit for your body, but you also want to make sure that you're doing this in a comfortable place, so you shouldn't feel any sharp pains or anything excruciating. It might be slightly uncomfortable, but at the same time, you should be able to relax and breathe into it. So I recommend going through that cycle 3 to 5 times. So when you end here in this seated forward bend, then go back on your hands and knees and start again with the cat and cow pose, child's pose, seated forward bend, bound angle, seated forward bend. And then you're complete. So thanks so much for joining me here. My name's Marin, and I hope you enjoyed it.
Every single day and put my face on like yesterday wasn't here. All I know is that I hear all these voices in my head, ripping pages off the wall. I don't even care at all. They just want me for my love. That's why they reaching for my heart. I don't mean to complain. All I know is the rain keep hitting my face while I keep trying to keep faith. All I know is the way.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm Doubt, and I'm here to keep you grounded. Do you really think that you can handle all the success and expectations, Manny?
I think so, but
Are you sure that you're talented enough? What if people discover you're just a fraud? Maybe Dow has a point. What if I'm not as good as I think I am?
Mane, don't listen to Doubt. You've proven yourself from time and again. You're talented and deserving of your success. Now, Doubt, you may have a role to play, but remember, it's through failure that we learn and grow. Manny's previous failures have shaped him into the artist he is today.
I suppose, but can he really handle the pressure?
Manny, remember all the times you stumbled, fell, and got back up stronger? You're capable of facing any challenges that come your way. Well, Doubt, you sure have a way of making things interesting around here.
I'm just trying to keep Manny from getting too confident.
Confidence and self-belief are what propel him forward. Doubt, it's time for you to step aside and let Manny thrive. You're right. Doubt, you're not welcome here anymore. I choose to believe in myself and my abilities.
Thank you. Everyone, I needed your support to overcome doubt, and together I think we could silence those nagging voices and continue creating amazing things.
Manny, we've got your back. Doubt may come from time to time, but we'll always be here to remind you of your worth.
Hi, my name is Marin, and I'm here to share with you a really awesome core ab workout that you can do anywhere, anytime. It's super important to make sure that you're working out your core and your abs being a large part of your core, because the core is your center. It's the place that houses all the strength and efficiency in working through a load when you're working out, picking up something heavy, or just walking or sitting throughout the day. This is what's protecting the spine, and that spine is what's housing all the nerve endings throughout your entire body. So it's really important to make sure you have a very strong core to maintain good health, good posture, and to reduce your risk for injury. So let's begin. The first exercise we're going to do are plank thrusters. You're going to place both hands on the floor, elbows down, and you can grasp your hands just like I'm doing here and place your feet up. So I'm here in a good plank position. Everything's nice and even. I'm going to drop my hips to the floor without resting them on the floor. They're just touching. As you can see, I can lift my legs. So it's a nice hollow in the back slightly. And with a big exhale, I'm lifting my hips towards the sky and sort of rotating my shoulders, pushing my torso away, creating this nice triangle. My feet stay still. So again, drop, exhale. After that, we're going to do plank sways. So we're getting in a flat plank position, and we're just swaying side to side. If you want to make this a more advanced movement, you can bring both hips to the ground all the way in a full half circle motion. You want to maintain a nice tight core, breathing throughout this whole motion. And we're going to do this a few times, and then we're going to get on our hands and do some mountain climbers for some cardio. It's going to work out your shoulders, keep the core nice and tight. It's going to work through the body from the shoulders all the way down to the legs with that core. And then we're going to rotate and do some Russian twist. So with Russian twist, you want to make sure your core is nice and tight. You want to lean back as far as you can, placing your hands in sort of a prayer pose in front of your chest. Lift your feet off the ground, keeping the ankles together. Don't cross them, just keep them together using the inner thigh muscles. And then you want to rotate with your shoulders side to side. A lot of times if you don't feel like you're doing this, we don't want to do this. That's not going to be an efficient movement. So as long as you make sure that you're rotating completely, and you can do this by rotating the shoulders, touch the ground. Rotating the shoulders, touch the ground. If this is too difficult for you to do it with your feet up, just put your feet down. So we're going to do this. Full range of motion. So those are 4 exercises that we're going to do, and we're going to do them in one round together. So let's begin. We're going to try to do 10 reps of everything and 10 reps on each side of the mountain climbers, so 20 total. Here we go. Plank thrusters. That's 1. Be very deliberate in squeezing your core when you exhale. Good. Good. Let's do sways now. 2, 3. Keep that butt down. 4. Nice and flat back. 6. Again, you can do all the way down to the ground if you want. Last one. Good. Now up on our hands, and we're going to mountain climb. 20 times total. It goes really quick. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9. Again, you want to maintain a low butt, straight back. Breathe deep. Good. Now we're going to Russian twist. So full range of motion. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice job. So what you want to do with this set is you want to take a little breather if you feel like you need to, and then you want to repeat it 3 to 4 times, making a total of 4 to 5 sets. But we're going to continue on to the next circuit so you guys can get that in, and you can combine them afterwards to get a complete ab workout. So the next circuit we're going to do is we're just going to lay down flat on the ground, arms out in a T, and your legs are just relaxed in anatomical position. You're going to lift one leg, and the opposite arm's going to lift and touch that toe. If you can't touch a toe, that's fine. Use your core to crunch and crunch up. And then we're going to switch sides. After that, we're going to do full mommy sit-ups. So I like these. Arms up, straight towards the ceiling, and then just sit up. Your legs are flat and straight on the ground, just like a mummy, and then back in your coffin. And then raise from the dead, and then back in the coffin. But you can see that it's a very controlled motion. When I come back into my coffin, I'm not just flopping on the floor. You want to control it. After this, we're going to sit upright, and we're going to do jackknives, or these are modified jackknives, I'm sorry. So you're going to place both hands here behind your glutes, and then you're going to stick your legs out up off the ground. Exhale, squeezing, tucking those knees into your chest, using that core and exhaling through that whole motion. So inhale, exhale. After that, we're just gonna do a light cardio. So we're just gonna get up and we're going to jog in place, giving ourselves little butt kicks, kind of loosening everything up and airing the whole muscle system out. So let's do one set together, and the same rules apply for this set. Afterwards, you want to take a little break and then repeat the whole set 3 to 4 times. So it's going to be a total of 4 to 5 repetitions around. And if you combine this with circuit 1, you're going to get a really great workout. So let's begin. Transverse toe touches. We're going to do 10 total of each exercise. Good. I think we've done 12, and I think that's 14. So here we go, full mommy sit-ups. 10 of these. Good. Make sure you give that extra reach at the very end, right here. And exhale. Nice and controlled. Nice. Almost there. 3 more. Keep it controlled. You guys are doing good. Last one. All the way back down. Now, up here, hands supporting you, lean back a bit, and tuck. Good. Exhale. If you need to set it down at the end, that's fine. Touch your heels at the floor. Nice exhaling. Good. Now butt kicks. Here we go. We're going to do 30 of these. Keep it light on your feet, core nice and tight, shoulders back. Do this with vigor. Do this with energy. Nice deep breaths. Nice job, guys. So thank you so much for joining me in this nice big ab set workout. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember to take the time to make your core nice and strong and evenly work out the rest of your body. My name's Marin, and I'll see you next time.
Outside of the Noah Can series, I do create mental health content. We have some meditations. We also have a book called My Feelings Family. We created that book to explore different feelings and to let people know, or specifically for kids, to let them know what the actual feelings are and that it is okay for you to feel those particular feelings. But we create a dialogue with each of the characters that you'll be able to identify, what the feeling is, because the sentence that accompanies the picture is like a twofold, where you actually see what the feeling looked like, but then also some of the things that you would say or experience when you are, feeling that emotion, so that you're able to recognize it.
Hi, I'm impatient, but wouldn't you be too if you had to wait this long to be introduced?
Learning about your feelings and how you're feeling, just being aware of what you're feeling is important, so that you're able to identify different coping skills and different mechanisms and techniques to help you address a specific feeling, opposed to just walking around with it and not knowing that you are having this moment. My name is Yasmin Beeks, and I'm a licensed social worker, a mom, and the creator of the Noah Can series.
Hi everybody, welcome to Yoga for Seniors. My name is Marin, and today we're going to be focusing on core strength and balance. So what I'm going to do is walk you through some movements just to make sure you really understand the definition and what you're looking for in each movement, and then we're going to do one flow together. So the first movement we're going to do is we're going to start with our feet together, standing in what's called mountain pose. You want to make sure the shoulders are back and you're nice and upright, so have really good posture here. From here, we're going to inhale, raising our arms up, looking up towards the sky as we do. Exhale until we feel relaxed. So you would do this inhale and exhale a few times, and when you feel relaxed, we're going to inhale again. Raise your arms up towards the sky, so make sure your hands are open, splayed out, reach them up towards the sky, and from here, we're going to bring it back to our lower back. Push those hips forward and just look up, breathing deeply. So as much as you can, you want to push those hips forward, but support that back just a little bit, and then look up. You might feel a little back bend going on, and you really want to make sure that you feel comfortable in this pose. So if you need to, you can spread your legs out, shoulder width apart for a little more stability, and just gently, as much as you can, comfortably look up. Exhale as you come back to center. We're going to inhale again. Raise those arms up over our head, and I'm just going to face you so you can see me. And then we're just going to gently lean to the side, looking up again. So we're going to lean to that side, take a few deep breaths, exhale as you come up, and do the other side. Exhale as you come up. From here, we're going to gently place our hands on our back again and bend forward, keeping everything straight. Just a little bit. Stick that butt out, keep the shoulders back. Chest is nice and straight, and we're going to bend forward as much as we can. You might feel your legs tense a bit. You can walk it out just very gently. And then exhale as you come up. And then lastly, we're going to end in tree pose. So as we come up, we're going to inhale again, up, bring those palms together, bring them down to your heart center, and we're just going to prop our toe up against our ankle here. So toe's going to touch the ground, but you're going to try to balance as much as you can with the foot that's on the ground. And then you're going to use this toe for support as you prop your heel up on your ankle right here. If you're feeling really savvy, you can lift it up and put your whole foot right above the ankle. You want to make sure that knee is open and wide, your hips are still straight, shoulders are still straight, and focus on balancing right here. After a few deep breaths there, we're going to switch sides. And from here, we can go ahead and start the process over. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this flow at least one time around so that we can do it together in real time. I'm going to start at the top of the mat here. Let's go ahead, breathe in. Exhale. Make sure you're straight, everything's aligned. Breathe in again. Nice big breath, exhale. And one more time, breathe in, looking up towards the sky. Exhale. We're gonna raise our arms now, breathing in. Bringing those hands up towards the sky, reach towards the sky with a nice exhale. Then breathe in as you bring your arms to your back and look up towards the sky. Take a nice deep breath here. And with your next exhale, come forward. We're going to raise our arms up again with an inhale. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see me. And then exhale, lean over to one side, look up towards the sky. Make sure you're not bending down like this. Really open up the shoulders towards the sky. And if you need to, you can bend one arm, just if you're having a difficult time. Exhale as you come to center. And inhale, coming to the other side. Make sure you push that hip too. Keep that core nice and engaged. Take a nice deep breath here. Then we're going to exhale, hands on the lower back, and gently bend forward. Feel free to walk it out. Let's go ahead and inhale up. Hands together, right here in front of your chest. And shift your weight to one foot, prop the other foot up, open that knee, gently place that toe on the ground and the heel up on the ankle. And again, if you're feeling really well balanced, you can place that foot completely up. Take a deep breath. Other side now. To end this process, I'm going to go ahead and take another deep breath up and exhale. Thanks for joining me. I recommend from here moving forward with doing this flow at least 4 more times if you can. You can build up by starting to do it 2 or 3 times, but if you can flow through this flow about 5 times total, you should be feeling really good and really engaging that core and starting to get more balance. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.
For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Emmanuel Overtime Sims, also known as Drip Van Gogh, the drip headmaster himself. So just so you can know why and how I got into this business. You see, I started off my career as a traveling rapper, going city to city, country to country, touring and spreading my music to the world. Deep down, my goal was to be a motivational speaker. And I didn't really know how to do that through rap, but at every show, I made it my business to give a little bit of myself, a little bit of positivity, a little bit of encouragement to whoever that was in that audience. As time progressed, I pursued my bachelor's in political science at the University of the District of Columbia, where I graduated at the top of my class, a member of Pi Sigma Alpha, the Political Science Honor Society. Later on, I pursued my master's in education at Johns Hopkins University, where I taught with KIPP DC as a first-year teacher. During this time, I was still touring, doing my stand-up comedian work, and also doing my rap. Later on, started to pursue my master's in clinical mental health and rehabilitation counseling, a dual master's program offered at the University of the District of Columbia. Now, this is where life really got rocky for me, because everything was going so swell until I got to started to self-sabotage. So I realized that even when you set your goals, you can stand in your own way. So for me, that was a really big eye-opener. So I got 63 credits deep, all the way about to graduate, and realized that, hey, this may not be for me. I flunked out of grad school with only 3 credits away. And I found myself devastated because I know deep down it was because of me. I know that I had fears, I've had doubts, and I had reached the highest level of education, and I was starting to question, was I the person for the job? Coming home for that last time from grad school, after being told that I needed to take a break for a year while I resurface or get myself together, I decided to open up my broadcast studio. Now, OTTV is something that I've been wanting to start for many years. I've gradually been making videos towards that platform, but never taking the time to give it my all. In 2020, I decided to pursue my goal. And this was right before the pandemic hit, guys. I'm talking about I had nothing but time, energy, my house was paid off, and I was available to do whatever I needed to do whenever I want. I had the green screen set up, the studio was there, clients are paying to come see me, to talk on my show, people are paying for a lot of videos, and things are going great. Then the pandemic happened. From that point on, I knew that I had to really stick to my goal no matter what. And due to me sticking to that goal of still, hey, even though that everything shut down, I can't bring people into the show, I started having virtual shows. I started bouncing back and working with celebrities like the great CeCe Peniston, and we collaborated and made the Petties cartoon. You see, just by sticking to your goals and knowing why you wanted to do it, it will help you get to the next level. You see, for me, my goals was always set on assisting my community heal by teaching them how to critically think. Now, the reason why that's so important to me is because I grew up in the inner city where No Child Left Behind was in place. What did that mean? That every kid would pass even if they didn't have the educational skills needed to go to the next level. So when I got to college, I could barely read, I could barely write at a collegiate level, and I had to take a lot of the remedial basic classes just to get my foot in the door and to get started. Luckily, the university I attended was super supportive during my 2-year associate's program, and they allowed me to get all the skills that I needed, as such as speech pathology, where I got to practice and gain better reading skills, which I realized was a big flaw in my life. Getting further on and gaining more education, it kind of got me frustrated, because if I didn't go to college, if I didn't pursue counseling, if I didn't become a career counselor at a young age, when I was teaching to a course on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, it hit me that, oh my God, I'm teaching content that I don't have yet. I'm trying to pass on this knowledge that wasn't passed on to me. So now granted, I've manifested that this is the life that I wanted to live. This is what I wanted to do. I said, I want to be helping people. You know, I want to be who I needed growing up. And I became that person. But in the process of becoming that person, it started to get frustrating. Because I'm a teacher and I'm teaching kids how to read, but I need to be teaching my kids how to read. I'm a teacher and I'm teaching kids how to handle their finances, but I need to handle my finances. I'm a teacher and I'm teaching kids how to dress appropriately, but I'm not following dress code. It was a big reflection on the things that I needed in life, and I was providing it to someone else, which I think is a great tool to have, because when you can teach something, I feel like you can learn it. And that's what got me into this service of wanting to help others reach their goals, because I suffered with a lot of fear. I suffered with a lot of doubt. I suffered with a lot of self-sabotage. As I went up the ladder and fell back down, I know that life's about waves. And as long as you set your goals and they're clear and attainable, that you can reach them.
is Yasmin Beeks. I am from Elizabeth, New Jersey, and I am the creator of the Noah Can series. The Noah Can series is an ode to my son Noah, and it's about different adventures that he can take as he's growing up, and also have the representation, you know, of seeing him in a book published. As of right now, we just have the, I guess you can call it the inaugural book, where it's just Noah and the different careers that he can possibly have. So whether it's, you know, some of the examples, we have athletes, he could be a chef, firefighter, you know, so all different careers, just to let him know that anything is possible. Noah is my son. He is currently 19 months old, and he is very inquisitive. He likes to explore. He's just, you know, full of life. I feel like he was like the perfect child for me, and I'm happy that he chose to be with me in this lifetime. So some of the stories that you can look forward to are typical experiences that children go through. I get my inspiration from him, you know, watching him engage and explore the world around him. So right now we're currently working on Noah Can Tell Time. I mean, even though he's not, you know, telling time right now, or he's not, you know, working on that specific skill right now, you know, it is something that he's going to come across, and when he does, the book will be ready for him, and hopefully, you know, that's more motivation for him as he goes through those different stages, because, you know, it's written. And then also we have Noah Can Ride a Bike, so, you know, all the different skills that he's going to come up with. Yeah, so those are the type of the stories that we will find in the Noah Can series. It is important that he is represented in these books. Representation matters. You know, I just wanted him to be represented. I know now there's like an influx of, you know, different books for black and brown kids. I feel like as he's growing up, he won't necessarily have that problem, like the problem that it was in the past. But, you know, I just wanted him to have something personalized, you know, something that's just for him. Noah Can series can be found on Amazon, and then it's also coming soon to Audible. My name is Yasmin Beeks, and I'm a licensed social worker, a mom, and the creator of the Noah Can series.